Welcome to Inspiring People, the show about inspiring people, those who are inspired and those who inspire others. We all know them. They're good examples, they're supportive, they embrace life, they live inspiring lives in their day-to-day actions, and in turn, inspire others to do the same. Hi, welcome to Inspiring People. My name is Mary Otto. I'm the host of the show, and my guest this week is Ryan Schram. Welcome to the show, Ryan.
I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you here too, Ryan. Okay, because, Ryan, we put these tapes in the museum, I'd like you to state your full name for the viewers. Tell us what your full name is.
Ryan Owen Robert Schram.
Okay, and Ryan Owen Robert Schram. How old are you?
17 going on 18.
Yes, and you're in what year in school?
11th grade.
Okay, here at Detroit Lakes High School. Well, Ryan is a very inspiring and inspired person, and so let's talk a little bit about how that kind of inspiration do you have started when you were just a tiny baby, when you were born, and you were a tiny baby, weren't you?
Yes, I was. I was born 3 months premature.
I think you told me about 2 pounds and 13
ounces,
ounces, something like that, and you were small enough that you could fit in what?
A shoebox.
A shoebox, okay. And so I know that because I know your parents and so on, that you were in the hospital for quite a long time. I think you and I talked about that. You said almost a year, right?
Yes, a year, correct.
In and out of the hospital. So you were a fighter from the beginning and so on. So let's talk a little bit about your family. Why don't you tell us who your mom and dad are, and tell me about your brothers.
All right, I have a mom who is a teacher at Roosevelt Elementary School. She teaches 2nd grade.
Her name is Lynn, huh?
Lynn Schram, yes. I got a dad, of course, Richard Schram. Sells insurance for Farm Bureau. And I have 3 brothers. Aaron Schram, who is 26. He's a teacher at Bloomington Jefferson High School down the cities. That is a very good school. And then next one down the line, I got Jason Schram. He's like what, 24, I believe. He sold insurance with my dad.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and then there's Nathan, who goes to college down at Gustavus Adolphus College, and he's studying art.
Art.
And he's a very good artist.
Yes.
Which would mean he's a very good drawer.
That's very good. And well, let's talk about your school experience a little bit. What do you like best about being at Detroit Lakes High School?
The social life.
The social life. And what about the social life do you like best?
I don't know. The people,
Your
friends, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
And if you had to choose a favorite class, what would that class be, Ryan?
Actually, I took a class this last semester, the advanced public speaking class, where we actually make our own TV shows. It's a Detroit Lakes High School TV show that they put on each week, and I was in that class because, actually, I want to go into somewhere in broadcasting, either TV or radio, and I had a great learning experience doing that class, and I love being on camera.
Sure, great. Well, here's your chance, too. I'm glad I could provide that for you, Ryan. Well, a lot of people probably know Ryan also from the work he does with the Detroit Lakes Laker football team. And lots of times he's every bit as much fun to watch him as he works as it is to watch the actual game. So why don't you tell the viewers a little bit, Ryan, about what you do with the football team.
Okay, I'm the student football manager for the Detroit Lakes Lakers. And which is head coached by Flint Montenberger. I have to promote him.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you want to know exactly what I do? Describe some jobs that I do?
Yes.
Okay. I get stuff for the coaches. I get pads out for practices. I carry the ball bag, which is very heavy. And I run the water out very fast.
That's right.
Across that field. Sometimes people think I'm going 100 miles an hour, but I'm really not. More like 30 or 50. But
So that is a much needed job too. So good that you can do that. As you've been growing up, who is a hero that you have, Ryan? Can you think of someone you really look up to, someone you consider a hero?
Oh yes, I can. Top of my head, my brother, Jason Schram, by all means.
Okay, and why is Jason your hero?
Because he's always been there for me when I needed him as a brother. And he gives good advice. And he's a very caring person.
Well, that's great, and that's really cool that it's your brother too. You know,
I've always looked up to him.
Good. Well, we know that starting out life at a little over 2 pounds and being as little as you can fit in a shoebox
Tiny, tiny,
means that you had some catching up to do over the years. You probably don't remember some of your earliest experiences, but can you tell us a little bit about what you know about some of the stressful times you had as a little child?
Okay. Like I said, I was born 3 months premature. And I was told that I was born here in Shelley Hospital, but then I was actually transferred up to Fargo by ambulance later on, and well, actually, no, not later on, almost right away.
Right away, I suppose.
After they baptized me and all that stuff, because I thought I was going to die. And I was put in an incubator, and I had tubes put in me and all that sad stuff.
Well, you're a pretty hard worker, aren't you?
I just kept fighting, and I'll tell you what helped was all the prayers that people said. That's what helped. I'll tell you that right now.
And your family rallied around you, and a lot of their friends and neighbors and so on. Yeah, and look how you turned out. This is pretty great. You're an inspiring person, probably even before you knew it. So if you could describe yourself in just a couple of words, Ryan, what words would you use?
All right. Kind, caring, cautious. I think I said that word right.
Pretty sensible kid, right?
Sensible kid.
Yeah, well, that's great.
That's who I am, I guess.
Yeah, and what's your idea of a good time? What does Ryan Schram like to do?
Ride my bike around town. And in the summertime, nice sunny day. Please don't let it be raining. And 65, 75 degree day, riding my bike around town.
Earlier, Ryan, we were talking about heroes and people who inspired you, and you mentioned your brother, Jason. But in some discussions that we were having, you mentioned some other people who were heroes to you also. Why don't you tell the viewers who they are and why those people are heroes to you as well?
Doctors. Because, see, when I was little, when I was in the hospital, I spent a lot of time around doctors, and they basically worked really hard to save my life, and I thank them for it. Because without them, I wouldn't be here today.
Okay.
Sitting here in this nice chair.
Being interviewed, right?
Yes. I thank them a lot.
Okay. Well, and all of us do. And you had your family and everything for your support, and now all the friends and so on. So. Well, this is Ryan Schram. He truly is an inspiring person. You can look for him on the football field and in the fall and around town during the summer months when he's riding his bike. And they've met him. He's a friendly guy. You'll say hi, right?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Thanks a lot for joining us on Inspiring People.